in summer?
Yeah, I think right now everybody is coming with their best stuff. Everybody was on the couch for a long time. Everybody wants to compete. You're not seeing the same cookies that we saw in summer camp when guys were just coming off the couch and whatnot. The guy we faced last night he was lights out, and you got to give some of the pitchers credit, even though we don't like to do that. But these guys are making pitches against us, and our pitchers are making pitches as well. So it's kind of going both ways so far as we see. We haven't really seen one person on either team, really stand out among everybody else, maybe besides Joey. But, I feel like pitchers have the edge right now and hitters are just battling.
What do you think has got to be the biggest adjustment this team's got to make offensively to really kind of get rolling?
I think we just got to keep playing. Like I said, in the 162-game season, there's not really that you're going to get your production out of everybody. For the most part, everybody puts up the numbers they put up. But in a 60-game season, I think it just needs to be a little more urgent, and that's out of our control. The only thing we can control is going out there every day and giving competitive at-bats that hopefully turn into, good results.
How does that, in you, like that urgency, what's your mechanism for dealing with that urgency and not turning it into, I guess, panic or trying to do too much?
I just try to think of it, me personally, I just try to think of it as an opportunity. Last year coming off the bench when I had my chance, just kind of taking every game the same way I did last year. I have a lot of experience of playing different roles. So just having that experience is kind of helping me, with, 60-game season. If I was to play 162 last year, that's probably, I think that's all I played last year. So just taking it every day by day as if I always would.
Great. Thanks, man.
Next question, please. Rick.
Yeah. Hey, Isiah. I'm just curious, what is, for you personally, what is the most difficult thing in the transition to becoming an everyday player?
If anything, it's just a preparation. When I wasn't playing as much, I would have more time to just sit back and say, okay, I got 2 days to prepare for this lefty. Now it's every day, so it's a good opportunity for me, but it's just a little more homework, but less homework as well because I don't have to do any of the catching work, which is huge. But it's a lot better to just come into the game every day and feel confident, feel comfortable.
And lastly, Joey Gallo has been off to a great start. He's a big lead by example guy. Do you feel like this team has taken on his personality?
Yeah, and anytime someone gets going, you just follow their lead. And Joey's been that guy for this organization and for our team. So just to have him get going, let him do what he has, and we'll do everything we can to help him out and help our team, help our pitchers.
Thank you, buddy.
What else, Levi?
So I apologize that this is probably going to be useful for nobody but me, but you've played some middle infield in your life, and I'm curious about the sort of the mechanics of putting a tag on somebody that's stealing second base, specifically as it pertains to footwork. Because I've seen a couple of guys do it different ways, and I'm kind of trying to get to the bottom of this. So where do you, let's say you're playing shortstop or second base, it's maybe hard to do and describe it. Where do your feet go when you?
The way I do it, I like to gauge it off who's catching. If the catcher throws a lot of low throws, I like to move up a little bit just so I can get that short hop. And then as the throws come in, I'll take a step back. But nowadays with the way things go with the video, I would like to be, up the line towards first base a little bit. That way you can just catch and tag at the same time. The runner might look safe, but if you look at the review, then he'll be out. I think it was Javi Baez got somebody like that the other day where he literally just caught it on the runner and got him by like 2 steps.
Yeah.
But off the naked eye, he looked pretty safe. And you watch the video, and it's like two full steps. So I think being more up the line just benefits replay.
Okay. So if a defender is playing in front of the bag, that might be because the catcher is prone to throwing a short hop. Is that?
Throw a short hop or throw it low.
Okay. Fantastic. Thank you very much.
Other questions, please. Evan?
Hey, Isaiah, the last couple of games of summer camp and the first couple of games of the season, it looked like in overshifts, you were the guy who was going into right field and shifting over into that area. I haven't noticed that on TV the last few games in overshifts. Have you guys changed that, or what's the approach on those?
Yeah, that's more for guys who aren't bunting. If we got a guy at the plate that has a chance to bunt, I'll stay at third base just so I could be in a comfortable position. We're trying to keep Elvis and Rugi in a position where they're not moving all over the field and they get to really feel comfortable. So for me, just being a kind of a utility guy my whole career, it's not really that much of a change for me to run over there and then run back. So it's just benefits the team just being able to let them be comfortable, and then I'll be able to move around. But whenever we think a guy's going to bunt, I'll stay there.
Okay, so the common denominator on that would be the possibility of a bunt, then you'll stay more towards the third base side. If it's not a bunt type situation, then you would go over to second. You would
Depending on what, yeah. But our staff with the analytics, they do a job. If the guy's not hitting it there, then there's no point in me going. So
sure.
That's how we're doing it.
Thanks, man.
Okay, other questions? CJ.
Hey, Izzy, I was listening to JD Martinez the other day talk about how there's been a lot of changes in what you guys can do pregame with video. What has been different for you, both pregame and then maybe in-game compared to last year?
We're not allowed to use computers at all. So we're not allowed to go during the game. We're not allowed to see if there's a ball or strike. We're not allowed to see what the pitcher's doing. It's completely old school. There's no technology during the game besides what we have in the dugout. And what we have in the dugout is just the bullpen or the starter that's pitching, maybe the pickoffs. But it's just very old school. And, before the games, we're not allowed to go and, watch everything on the team computer. So everybody has to look on their own iPads. So it's a big adjustment, but, a lot of the work has to be done at the hotel instead of the field now.
Do you feel like it's made a big difference? I mean, have the guys reacted positively or negatively going through this?
Yeah, 100%. Sometimes you think you had a terrible at bat, and you go in and you look at it and you realize the umpire might have missed a couple calls, or you didn't look as bad as you did. So it kind of gives you that confidence. But now not having that, you kind of just got to stick with your feel and gut it out.
Thank you.
Other questions? Dave.
Isaiah, I feel like we talk about it a lot. You guys even say it quite often about the intensity of a 60-game schedule and the sprint and the games meaning that much more. So it kind of came to the fore last night with a game like that. Does it feel that way with each game? Does it feel magnified in a way different than other seasons to you guys as you play game by game?
Yeah, I think pitch to pitch is a lot more magnified, and more so pitch to pitch rather than game to game. But I think the moment we can just ease off and just play it as if it was a 162 game season, I think we'll be good to go. Right now everything is just kind of speeding up on us, but once we're able to just realize it's just a game that we grew up playing our whole lives, I think things should start swinging our direction.
Thank you.
Couple more. Evan?
So on video, you still have the iPads in the dugout, right? But those don't show you that game's action, correct?
Just previous pitchers. I mean, the pitchers that we're facing at that game, but previous at bats and
nothing from that game.
Nothing live, no live feed whatsoever.
So you have no ability to go back and analyze an at bat in game.
No, like that ball. I went to third base last night. I wasn't able to look at it until this morning. So.
Okay. And last year you could go to the video room in between at bats. You had ways to look at video in game.
If I thought I got rung up on a bad call, would be able to go and look at it right away. But now I'd have to wait till the replays on TV or until it's available on the app.
Okay, great. Thanks, man.